Welcome to this yoga practice to find introspection and evaluate. I'm so grateful to have you join us. My name is Sherlock and I'll be your teacher for today's practice. Please, if you're new here, it would be wonderful if you subscribed and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly practices. Today's practice is about creating stability and strength to find introspection and reflection. In this reflection, we're afforded the opportunity to evaluate the push and pull of an asana. And if we allow ourselves, from this physical evaluation, we might discover thoughts or internal processes that could use the same reflective process. The questions we can ask ourselves are, where in our lives can we be true with our evaluations? Where in our lives do we see opposing forces at battle? And how can we find a balanced state to move forward with compassion, stability, and integrity? Let's meet on the mat. So come to find a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall, lifting up through the crown, grounding down through our sit bones into the earth. Close down the eyes as we just connect the body, the mind, and the breath. Just allow the natural rhythm of the breath to take its path. Maybe you witness or recognize where your breath might be a little shallow. Maybe it's a long breath. Perhaps your inhale is longer than your exhale. Just observe. Again, flutter the eyes open now. Bring the right palm to ground down on the mat beside you. Sweep the left arm up and over toward the top of the mat. Inhale, find length through the spine, through both side bodies. Exhale, maybe you bend a little deeper into the fold. Breathing deep into the base of the spine. Follow the breath along the side body into the collarbone. Gazes up toward the top hand. Beautiful. Inhale, come to center. Drop the left hand to the earth beside you. Sweep the right arm up and over. Find length through the side bodies. Breathing in. Feel the breath rising from the seat along the right side body into the collarbone. Exhale, gazes toward the top hand. Feel a nice stretch through the right side body. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Switch the crossing of the legs. So bring if your right foot was in front, bring it to behind the left. Just finding that opposing balance. Inhale, find length through the spine. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, rotate the torso toward the right. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Rest the right hand, maybe on your fingertips, behind. Gazes toward the back, so just gazing over the back shoulder. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, maybe deepen a little further into the twist. Be careful not to push too far. It's the first twist of the practice. Just giving the internal organs a moment to release. Beautiful. Inhale, rotate, come back to center. Take an exhale. Inhale, lifting up through the spine, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, rotate the torso to the left. Left hand comes to the earth behind, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deepen into the twist a little further. Gaze is over the back shoulder. If that's a little too much for your neck today, you can bring your gaze out toward the side. Just working to where your body allows. Inhale, breath rises from the seat through the twist. Again, into the collarbone as we broaden through the chest. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Exhale, unravel from the twist, coming back to center. Good. Rolling over to all fours. Just coming to our tabletop position. Spread the fingertips wide. Shoulders can be over the wrists. Tuck the toes. Sweep the tail to the sky. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Just take a moment here to breathe into this posture. So we're pressing into the fingertips to find our stability. Internally rotating the elbows toward each other so we can broaden through the chest. Gaze is toward the back of the mat or the navel, so we find a nice long back of neck. Draw the sternum toward the thighs. Engage the core, engage the ribs. Engage the core, engage the abdomen. Tail goes up and back. And if it's in your practice, draw the heels toward the mat. Inhale, breath rises from the seat along the back body. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Beautiful. Inhale, gazes toward the top of the mat. Take a few steps. Bring the feet to meet the hands, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, rising up, Urdhva Hastasana, thumbs point back, shoulders away from the ears, tail toward the earth. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center, Samastiti. Good. Inhale, lower the hands, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice long back from tail to the crown. Exhale with control. Step the right foot back, coming into lunge. Sole of the rear foot's perpendicular with the floor. Engage that back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Good. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back into plank. Whole body activation. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the elbows to the side body, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, rise to the tops of the feet, push up through the palms, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Take an exhale. Hips remain squared, shoulders remain square. Feel a nice stretch through the left hamstring. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, come into lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Exhale, rotate the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the back. Come into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend the front knee, sweep the arms overhead. Good. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Take an inhale, find length through the spine, through the side bodies. Exhale, hinge at the front hip crease. Lower the arm in front of the calf. Maybe you bring it to a block or the mat. Stacking the shoulders. Gaze can be to the front or you can sweep the gaze up to the top hand. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Imagine the whole back body is aligned with a wall. So we're pressing into the rear heel to open up through the left hip. Inhale, breath rises from the seat. Exhale, navel draws to spine. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale, windmill the top arm to meet the right. Sweep the arms overhead. Short step the back foot forward just a little bit. Exhale, hinge at the front hip crease, fold forward, come halfway. We can bring the arms to interlace at the back. So we're grasping either shoulder, feet facing towards the front, micro bend in the knee. You can remain here at halfway, or if it's in your practice, inhale, find more length. Exhale, folding forward. Good. Parshvatanasana, pyramid pose. If you prefer, you can bring some blocks and bring your hands to the blocks. You can bring your hands to frame the front feet. And if you're in a slightly more flexible body, maintaining that nice long spine, you can bring your forehead toward the front shin. Inhale, breath rises from the seat along the back body. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Perhaps you close down the eyes, gaze goes internal. This is where we can invite some introspection. Draw the right hip back, the left hip forward, squaring off the hips. Shoulders are away from the ears. Nice long spine. Notice where there's a push in the body and where there's a pull. What needs to be strengthened in order to lengthen, to create flexibility? And how does that translate to life off the mat? What areas of life can you strengthen in to help you remain more flexible, more adaptable? One more breath. If you haven't already, frame the front feet. Step the left foot to meet the right, bend into the knees, take the hips back, sweep the arms forward, Utkatasana, chair pose. Drawing the tail toward the earth, gaze is up, jawline is drawn slightly back. Beautiful. Inhale, breath rises from the seat, finding the strength. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Inhale, extend the knees, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Good. Inhale, lower the hands, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale with control, step the left foot back, coming into lunge. Finding our foundation, engaging that back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back into plank, whole body activation. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the elbows toward the body, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, pushing up through the hands, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Take an exhale. Hips and shoulders remain square, feeling nice stretch through the right hamstring. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Rising up, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Coming into crescent lunge. Exhale, rotate the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend the front leg, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Take an inhale, find length through the side body. Exhale, hinge at the front hip crease. Release the front arm to the inner front calf. A block or to the mat. I'm terribly sorry I have my back towards you. Stacking the shoulders, opening the right side of the chest to the ceiling. Gaze is to the right hand. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, breath blossoms from the base of the spine along the side body. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Inhale, windmill the arm down, sweep the arms overhead, short step the back foot forward. Take another inhale, find length through the spine. Feet hip width apart, facing toward the front of the mat. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come to halfway. Bring the hands to meet around the back, grasping opposite elbows. Inhale, find length. Exhale, you can remain here at halfway, or you can bring the torso a little closer toward that front leg. Bring the hands to frame the front feet. If you're in a slightly more tighter body, you can bring your hands to some blocks, micro bend in that front knee, draw the left hip back, the right hip forward, and if you're a little bit more flexible, you can bring the torso close to the knee, forehead closer to the shin. Perhaps you close down the eyes. Really focus on the breath. Perhaps you notice where the push and pull show up in the body. What parts are strengthening to help you lengthen? And how does this translate to life off the mat? When we're managing the opposing forces within our bodies and our minds, when we're on the mat, we're kind of fighting ourselves here. If we're fighting ourselves on the mat, it's likely we're fighting ourselves off the mat as well. How can we integrate these realizations to find compassion, stability, and ease? One more breath here. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Bend into the knees, bring the tail back, sweep the arms forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, breath rises from the seat, tail draws toward the earth. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Inhale, rising up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Beautiful. Bring the feet about hip width apart. You can bring the toes out to 45 degrees. Coming into Malasana, yogic squat, so garland pose. Hands in prayer position, elbows to the knees. Find length through the spine, draw the tail toward the earth. Good. Inhale now, lower the left hand to the mat, sweep the right arm to the sky. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, lower the right hand to the floor, sweep the left arm to the sky. Exhale, back to center. A few more times at your own pace. Inhale, breath rises from the seat. Maybe it drives into the fingertips. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, breath rises from the seat along the body into the fingertips. Exhale, back to center. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Gracefully bring the buttocks to meet the mat. Extend the legs out long. Flex the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Just coming to where your edge is. We want to make sure that our spine is still nice and long. So if we're hunching over, we just need to make sure that we're coming back. So that might mean that you're here and not closer to the legs. Just going to where your body allows, maintaining that strength and integrity in the pose. So inhale, find length. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward to your edge. Notice how the breath rises along the back body. And on the exhale, the navel draws toward the spine. Paschimottanasana is a wonderful way to calm the mind. Find a little more introspection. And in that introspection, find a moment for evaluation. Beautiful inhale, rising, lifting the torso. Bring the back to meet the mat. You can bring the feet hips width apart or a little bit closer towards the edges of the mat. Bring the arms to cactus. Exhale, lower the knees toward the right. Find a nice supine twist here. Gaze is over toward the left. Inhale, breath rises from the base along the front body into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine. If you want to deepen in this twist a little further, you can bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the knees toward the left. Gaze is over to the right. Again, if you want to deepen into the twist, bring the left foot on top of the right knee. Maybe you've closed down the eyes. Again, inviting that moment of reflection. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Extend the legs out long. Draw the arms beside the body, palms facing up. Feet about hips width apart. Allow the feet to fall to the sides of the mat. There's a slight tuck of the chin away from the chest to encourage the natural curve of the spine. Close down the eyes. Release the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let go of any tension in the brow. Just allow the face muscles to relax. Just do a scan of the body from the tip of the crown through the facial muscles, around the neck, releasing any tension, letting the muscles go from the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the biceps, triceps, through the forearms, even the fingertips. Letting go of any tension in the glutes and the thighs and the hamstrings. Relaxing the calves. Or letting go of any tension throughout the soles of the feet and the toes. Just take a moment to observe the breath. Allow any tension to fall away and melt into the mat. Through your evaluation, have you noticed any areas that you can let go of, that you can release? And use the breath to help you let go. So inhale, breathe in new light and energy. And with each exhale, release, melt into the mat, and let go of any energy that no longer serves you. Allow your attention to come back to the breath. If you've got a little more time, I encourage you to pause the video here and take a little longer Shavasana. Often Shavasana can be our most challenging pose, quieting the mind and the body to remain still. So if you've got more moments, I encourage you please to take them now. If you need to move out of the yoga practice, start to find movement by wriggling the fingers and the toes. Sway the head and neck from side to side. Feel a nice movement through the base of the neck, meeting the shoulders and the shoulder blades. When you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side. And just observe, just for a moment. Push up through your free hand. Eyes can remain closed. Come to find a comfortable seat. We'll bring our practice back to the beginning intention. Just witnessing the breath. Do a little self-evaluation. Maybe the breath is longer now compared to when you first began the practice. Maybe it's a little shallower. Maybe your exhale is longer than your inhale now. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, draw the energy in from around you. Bring the palms to meet. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me for your practice today. I hope you feel a little more like you have a little more introspection. Maybe some things came up for you that might help you with life off the mat. But just remember that when we're challenged on the mat and we find ourselves fighting ourselves to remain in a posture, we're really ultimately doing that in life as well. So try and find those moments to bring your moment back to the breath, and hopefully that will help you find some flexibility. If you found this practice valuable, please, I would be most appreciative if you would hit the like button, maybe share it, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're feeling. And if there's anything that you would like to see created, that would be wonderful as well. And of course, if you're new, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our practices. As always, keep creating magic in your world because you're the one that can create it from your space at your own pace. Namaste.